Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, Megacrasher is here, and allow me to introduce you guys to some pretty crazy buffs and nerfs, as well as some new moves that past Pokemon are going to have the access to. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's waste no more time. So the first Pokemon we got comes in the form of Arbok. And you can see the Pokemon here is sectioned off, and then you got the changes. So its attack is going to be increased to base 95, which, I mean, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but it's always nice to have the slightly weaker Pokemon get really good buffs. And I'm also a fan of Arbok too, so I mean, you know, there you go, there you go. Up next, we have ourselves Ariados, and its special defense gets cranked up to base 70. So, even though it is a significantly weak Pokemon, having a slightly increased special defensive stat is always nice to have. And then we go on to Beartic. It gets access to Slush Rush. And if you guys don't remember what that ability is it basically doubles the speed under the effects of hail. And what's even better about this is that its base attack gets cranked up from base 110 to base 130. Oh man, that means that this thing is going to be a menace in hail. I mean, forget about Swift Swim, Slush Rush is where it's at, man. Oh my god, this is going to make hail teams so OP, in my opinion. Up next, we have ourselves Bellossom, and it learns Quiver Dance. And for those of you guys that don't know what Quiver Dance is, you should by now, but for those that don't, it increases 3 stats in one single turn. The special attack, special defense, and the speed by 1 stage each! That's so amazing! And then we get on to Butterfree, it learns Air Slash. So, I mean, the fact that it's a part flying type and it now gets access to Air Slash, that is actually pretty damn cool. And then we get into Chimecho here, or Chimecho. We have ourselves quite the amount of buffs right here. So, its HP stat gets buffed to base 75, its defense gets buffed up to 80, and its special defense gets buffed up to 90. That means that this thing is going to be slightly bulkier. Like, I've always been a fan of Chimecho, and the fact that it actually has quite a buff going on here might actually make this thing usable in battle, okay? And then we get on to, of course, Sola, and its stats also get a nice little buff too. Its HP gets buffed up to 65, its defense gets buffed up to 95, and its special defense gets buffed up to 95. So, this thing, with access to the likes of Recover, Regenerator, is definitely going to make this thing a lower tier threat defensively, because this thing is just never going to die. It's never going to die. And then we move on to Crustle. It gets a buff in its attack to base 105. So that's pretty damn awesome. So that means it's going to be even more of a lethal Shell Smash sweeper. And then we go on to... Oh! We got Cryogonal up in this bitch! So its HP gets cranked up to base 80? And its defense gets cranked up to base 50! Oh my god! That's so crazy! That is honestly so fucking crazy! That's amazing! That is honestly amazing. Like, Cryogonal... Wow! I mean, Cryogonal wasn't really that good of a Pokemon, but now it's actually, like, not that bad anymore. I mean, base 80 HP, and its defense gets buffed up to 50, so it's gonna be able to tank up some hits relatively well, even better with the HP and the defense buff. Up next, we have ourselves Delcatty, having its speed cranked up from 70 to 90 base speed, which is also really good. And then we get to Dodrio. Its speed stat gets cranked up to base 110 and it learns Sword Dance. Oh! What? Jump Kick! Oh my god. Holy shit. So you mean to tell me Sword Dance, Jump Kick, Brave Bird, Knockoff, like... This thing is gonna be pretty fucking good! This thing is gonna be really good! Like, I mean, it might not be like, oh, you worthy or anything like that, but like, you never know. You never know. Oh my fucking god. And then Dugtrio gets its attack stat buffed up to base 100. Electrode's speed gets buffed to base 150. What? It doesn't need any more speed, man! Like, what the hell? This thing is gonna be super fast now. And then we have ourselves Entei having its hidden ability go from Flash Fire to Inner Focus. So, that's kind of a nerf. What the fuck? That sucks, man. Like, I was hoping for Entei to have Flash Fire. That way, it could switch into Will-O-Wisps and all that stuff and have a free boost to its fire-type attacks like Flare Blitz and Sacred Fire. But it gets Inner Focus. Okay, so Entei kind of got nerfed here. That sucks. And we got Executor have its special defense buffed up to base 75, which is pretty good. And Farfetch has its attack stat buffed up to base 90, which is pretty good. And then Flygon Lures Draw. Oh! Dragon Dance! Oh my god, yes! Finally! Finally, it gets Dragon Dance! Oh my god! It gets fucking Dragon Dance, I can't believe this shit! Oh my god! That's so cool! That's so cool! And then we have Gengar. It goes from Levitate to Cursed Body. What?! Are you kidding me? So you mean to tell me now Gengar got nerfed too? So, it lost its Levitate ability, which gives it an immunity to Ground-type moves, which happens to be its weakness. Now it's weak against Ground-type moves because of Cursed Body? Oh my god, that sucks. That fucking sucks, man. That sucks. Up next, we got Gigalith, and it gets Sandstream. Oh my god! Sandstream Gigalith! I can't believe this! You got Tyranitar, Hippowdon, and Gigalith, 3 Sandstream users! That's so cool! That is so cool, man! And I mean, like, it's a rock type, so that means it's gonna have its special defense boosted under the effects of Sandstream. And also, if you happen to slap an Assault Vest on this thing is gonna be specially bulky, even more so than physically! Oh my god! That's so crazy! Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. Like, we're near the end of the list, but let's see. We have Illumise having a buff to its defense stat to base 75, and its special defense got buffed up to base 85. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then Lunatone. Okay, Lunatone gets a buff. So we have 20 HP from 70 to no. Oh! It gets base 90 HP now! Oh my god! Dude! That's amazing! And I like Lunatone as well! That's so crazy! Oh my god, that's so fucking crazy. Oh my god, okay. We have Macargo here, having its HP jacked up to base 60, and its special attack is jacked up to base 90. Not too bad, always nice to have little buffs there. And then we get into Mantine. Its HP stat gets cranked up to base 85, and it learns Roost! Yo! Oh my god! Oh my god! It gets fucking Roost. So that means Roost, Defog, Air Slash, Skull. Wow. This thing is gonna actually be really fucking broken. Like, I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet. And not to mention having access to Water Absorb 2, being able to drink up Scalds. Shit. That is so cool. That is so cool. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't fucking believe this. I can't believe this, man. Okay. We got Masquerain here. So its special attack gets cranked up to base 100, and speed gets cranked up to base 80, which is really nice. We have Noctowl having its special attack cranked up to base 86, and it learns Moonblast too. So that is pretty damn cool for coverage. And then we get onto Pelipper here, and it gets... Are you kidding? I'm fucking done. I'm done! Are you kidding me? Pelipper with Drizzle? It gets Drizzle. I can't believe this. And the thing of it is that, okay, here's the thing. Let me just fix my fucking chair here. Okay, here's the thing. Drizzle. Like, this Pokemon Pelipper with Drizzle. Like, that's gonna be so good. And, like, let's just see if it gets any other buff. So it gets a buff to its special attack to base 95. Okay, think of it this way, okay? You remember Politoed being the premium Drizzle user for Rain teams. Now you have another Rain user too in Pelipper. And not to mention, this thing actually has access to Roost, which allows for it to reliably restore its HP by 50%. And it gets access to Scald, which gets boosted under the effects of Drizzle. You got Hurricane, okay? Pelipper gets Hurricane, ladies and gentlemen. And that's 100% accurate in the rain, not to mention a 30% chance to confuse. And this thing also has access to the likes of U-turn, so it can just, like, U-turn out. Oh my fucking god. Like, run max HP, max defense, like, because its defensive stat is the best. I mean, its HP is at base 60, so it's not really that good. But, I mean, the fact that it has access to this ability makes up for it. Oh my god. This is amazing right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is so cool. This is so fucking cool right now, man. And we got Quillfish having its defense stat boosted up to base 85. And then we have Raikou losing Volt Absorb and gaining Inner Focus. What the fuck? Why are you nerfing these sacred beasts? Are you meaning to tell me that Suicune is gonna lose out too? Oh, it better fucking not. It better fucking not. Okay. So we have Sharpedo actually learns Psychic Fangs, which I don't know what Psychic Fangs does. But like, what the fuck? Like, so I guess it's gonna have Psychic type coverage now, and thanks to Mega Sharpedo and Strongjaw, it actually is gonna have a defense against Fighting type Pokemon, which happens to be one of its weaknesses. Wow. And then we have Solrock also getting a 20% HP stat boost to base 90. And then we have Stoutland that also learns Psychic Fangs too, which is really good. Which means that it's also going to be able to have a reliable defense against Fighting type Pokemon because Psychic happens to be one of its weaknesses, right? So anyways, we go into Suicune and just as I fucking thought. I can't believe they lost their hidden abilities when they haven't even been released yet! You did release Flash Fire, you did not release Volt Absorb, you did not release Water Absorb. Instead, you're just like, oh, well, let's go ahead and give them shit abilities. I mean, Inner Focus, by no stretch of the imagination, is not a bad ability, okay? It prevents you from being flinched. But what the fuck, man? Like, why didn't they, like, release the original hidden abilities and give these beasts a chance? I mean, like, what the fuck? That's so bad. That is so bad. Oh my god. Anyways, we have ourselves Swellow here getting a boost to its special attack to base 75, and it learns Hurricane. Are you kidding me right now? Unbelievable. I can't believe this. That's crazy. And then we go into Torkoal, and it gets Drought! What? It gets fucking Drought? Are you kidding me? How does Torkoal, how does Torkoal get fucking Drought? So now, that becomes the third Pokemon to just automatically be able to summon the fucking sun. I mean, if you count Megacrasher'S Y as being a summoner of the sun, you also have Ninetales, and you have Torkoal. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? I can't believe this right now. What the fuck? I can't believe this. This is absolutely insane right now. And then we have Vanillix getting... It gets Snow Warning. Jesus, motherfucking king! How did... Oh my god. It's like the Weather Wars are coming back to this generation. I mean, 6th generation nerfed the hell out of weather by making it so it's not permanent anymore. But now it's like 7th generation are giving more of these weather-inducing abilities to random Pokemon that you would never ever have thought would actually have access to those abilities. Like, Drizzle Pelipper. Like, that's just insane. Like, Sandstream Gigalith, Vanillix with Snow Warning, Torkoal with Drought. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, that's just so crazy. And then we have Volbeat having a defense boost to base 75, and its special defense gets boosted to base 85, and Wormadam gets Quiver Dance. And that's it. That is actually it. That, I can't believe, I can't even right now. I honestly can't even. Oh shit. I'm so fucking pumped! Oh my god! I mean, sure, it sucks that that the legendary beasts lost out on their hidden abilities before they even had access to their hidden abilities. But, god dang, this is so cool! This is honestly so cool. And I mean, it also sucks that Gengar got fucking nerfed to shit. It lost out on Levitate being one of its ways of getting around its ground type weakness. But now it's weak to ground because of Cursed Bond. What the fuck, man? I'm shaking right now, man. I'm fucking shaking because I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped of all this, man. I can't believe this. I honestly can't believe this, man. And Mantine is going to be so fucking broken. It's unbelievable. Like, this thing has a really beefy 140 special defense stat, but now that it has base 85 on the HP, like, it's gonna be just that much crazier. It's gonna be so crazy. And the thing is, like, you can boost its base 70 defense stat, and, you know, boost its HP, and it's gonna have really good mixed defenses, and it's gonna be a really good, like, a Roost Defogger, like, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so fucking good. Now, the thing of it is, I'm not sure if it learns Defog naturally, or if it's, like, by tutor or something like that, Like, it's likely going to be a tutor move or maybe even an egg move. I don't even know, man. I gotta look some of this shit up. But, like, if that is the case, man, holy shit, man. This is going to be so good. This is going to be so fucking good. Like, it's already good, the fact that it has an increased HP and it has access to Roost. Like, nothing more needs to be said about that. Just that alone is going to drive it up into tiers and drive it up into usefulness. So that right there is what's going to conclude this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you fire off the like. Because of the fact it's Pokemon Sun and Moon news hype, and not to mention Pokemon Buff and Nerf new moves hype, let's see if we can aim for 30 likes. And if you want more content like this, make sure you rate, comment, share this video, and subscribe today to Mega Crasher in the community for the best, and I mean without a shadow of a doubt, the best Pokemon Sun and Moon news hype that there is today on YouTube, and just overall the best hype and entertainment that you can find right now, right here, when it comes to Pokemon content done by this crazy nut house known as Mega Crasher. Because you guys already know the deal about my friends. When we're community type is one, you know that we shine brighter than the sun and the moon combined. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next upload. Woo! Actually, whoa! Hold the phone there, Mega Crasher Army. We are not through yet, because what we have here happen to be old moves slash ability slash mechanics buffs and nerfs. We transition from Pokemon buffs slash nerfs and new moves that they get to this right here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get into the second part of this video. So what we got going on here, we have ourselves the move slash ability in question on the left and the changes to the right on this epic as hell flowchart. So let's go ahead and get into this. So Ally Switch actually gets buffed from +1 priority to +2. So for those of you guys who are fans of the Ally Switch move, then this is going to make you happy. Now, Dark Void up next. Its accuracy actually got dropped from 80% to 50%. And what's even worse about this is that it can only be used by Darkrai. That means Dark Void Smeargle in VGC or in doubles is not going to be a thing anymore. That means Smeargle, what do you got left to do, baby? I mean, you got Spore, but it doesn't target multiple targets. It only targets one Pokemon. And the fact that Darkrai also got screwed as well because of the fact that its accuracy got reduced to 50%. And the thing of it is Dark Void is kind of Darkrai's bread and butter. I mean, it went for base 80 accuracy, which it was a little bit shaky, but it landed more often than not. And now it's base 50 accuracy. That is ridiculous. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, Darkrai is still really threatening with its base 135 special attack, base 125 speed, having access to Nasty Plot, as well as Sludge Bomb, Dark Pulse, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, things like that. But the fact is its signature move got fucking destroyed. It got cut up to pieces. So, can we possibly start up a hashtag Darkrai for OU, maybe? I joke about that. I don't want that thing in OU, man. Screw that. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, up next, we have ourselves Diamond Storm, and its old effect was that it has a 50% chance to raise the defense by 1. Now, the new effect has a 50% chance to raise the defense by 1, and 50% chance to raise the defense by 2. Now, the 2 got cut off here, but I was actually informed that it got a buff to this right here. I mean, now you have 2 chances, and both have a high percentage to have your defenses buffed, whether it be by 1 stage or by 2. That is incredible. Holy shit. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, up next, we have ourselves Flying Press, and it got buffed up to base 100 power. So that means that Flying Press can actually be somewhat used again by the likes of Hawlucha and any other Pokemon that has access to Flying Press. Now, up next, we have ourselves Gale Wings, and it only takes effect when the HP is at full. Unbelievable! So you mean to tell me that, like, Talonflame, it has to have full HP in order for Gale Wings to work? So even if it had just a sliver of HP cut off, it wouldn't work. So that means no priority Roost, no priority Brave Bird. Are you kidding me right now? Talonflame got fucking screwed! And not to mention there's Stealth Rocks too, so yeah, Stealth Rocks not only cuts the HP in half of Talonflame, but it also cuts out Gale Wings completely. That means they can actually be outpaced regardless of whether he uses flying type priority or not, because Gale Wings ain't gonna work. Oh shit! That's so crazy! Anyways, next up, we have Leech Life, which got boosted up to base 80 power, which is pretty damn funny, and really damn scary as well. We got Mystical Fire, got boosted up to base 75 power, and Parabolic Charge got boosted up to base 65 power, and I just gotta say that these moves might actually be somewhat more usable now. And now we go to Scald and Burn moves. Burn only does 6% damage. Oh my god, that is so crazy. That means that essentially Leftovers cancels out the burn damage, and the thing of it is like that, oh my god. That's so crazy, because I just had a thought, okay? You remember Flame Orbs and Toxic Orbs, okay? You would remember how those two items would go hand in hand with Guts users, but the thing of it is that as more time passed, they would sustain more residual damage because of the status effects of those orbs that would cause that Pokemon. But now the thing of it is that Burn only does 6% damage. That means that you could run a Flame Orb Guts boosted Pokemon like Heracross or Ursaring, and you're not going to be suffering that much damage, whereas Toxic Orb, on the other hand, inflicts serious poison, and it racks up and increases in damage at the end of every turn, whereas Burn Orb doesn't do that. Unbelievable. That's just crazy. That is so crazy. And let's see what else we got going here. So we got Sucker Punch got nerfed to base 70 power, which kind of sucks. Swagger got nerfed to base 85% accuracy. Tackle got nerfed to base 40 power. Thunder Wave got nerfed to 90% accuracy. And Water Shuriken got buffed to special, so it's now a special move rather than a physical move. And Confusion got nerfed to 33%. Are you kidding? Like, they are basically giving the big fuck you to any teams and any strategies that revolve around abusing statuses to try and get the win condition. But it's like now it's like Stall isn't going to be able to be as reliable because of these sort of nerfs. Because I mean, you got teams that revolve around like burns and stuff like that. You know, Confusion, paralyzing, and all that stuff. But now it's like things like that got nerfed. They got cut down. Now it's like, what the fuck? That's just so crazy. I mean, Scald is still going to be pretty damn good, but it's not going to be inflicting 12% damage every single time the turn ends. It's now only going to be inflicting 6% damage, which means that Leftovers essentially cancels it out. And if they happen to be a special attacker rather than physical, then the burn isn't going to really be that big a deal. And I mean, even still, like, that's so crazy that it got cut down to 6% chance. Unbelievable. Holy shit, man. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is truthfully going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this second bonus part here in this video. And like I said, if you enjoyed this video, smash the fuck out of this like button. And I'll see you next upload! Woo!